Criminology is the study of crime, criminals, and corrections. Chemistry is helpful in many ways. Criminalistics is the forensic science of analyzing and interpreting evidence using the natural sciences. Criminalistics examine physical evidence to reconstruct a crime scene. Note: the evidences shown in the video were products of innovations, specifically the drugs, blood, etc. Physical evidence can be
Hi, I'm Robin Higgins, and this is How is Chemistry Used in Criminology? All right, so criminology is basically the science of figuring out who did crimes. And actually, chemistry is used in tons of different ways. Almost every single thing that we do to try to catch someone involving evidence of some kind of chemical nature, we can figure out with a different lab technique. So let's go over a few. So first, DNA testing. So only a few decades ago, there was no way to do DNA testing. But now, if they have a sample of your DNA, they can attach it to a crime that you committed if you left any at the crime. So let's say that you are having lunch, and then when you walk back to your car, you're getting a parking ticket, and so you murder the parking attendant. Well, if you leave any DNA, they can DNA test you and they'll convict you of guilty. So another way they can do it is drug testing. So let's say that you're being handcuffed and you're really giving the police a hard time because you're like, why would I even go to jail for killing a parking enforcer person? I basically did society a favor. Well, they can drug test you to see if you're on any of the drugs that might cause you to act like that. So drug testing really helps in criminology. Also, if you're on probation, you fail a drug test, that can put you back in jail. So another way they can do it is through fabric testing. So let's say you're actually like, that was not me, that was my doppelganger, and I would never murder a parking enforcement person. Then they can test the fabric in your car that maybe you tried to hide their body in. And let's say that you got your car decked out with custom leather. They can actually do fabric testing to find out exactly what type of fabric and have a match to the parking enforcement person's body. So another way that's a little bit less chemistry, a little bit more math, but still science, is blood splatter patterns. So what if you're like, there's no way that that could have been me that murdered that parking person because I was actually coming from the left side of the street? Well, they can see where blood has spattered. And they can do very precise geometry, actually, with angles that show exactly where the bullet came from and where it left, depending on that person. And then one final but very important way that chemistry helps criminology is decaying bodies. So what if they don't really find that parking enforcement person for like 6 months, and they do find him buried in your backyard, and you're like, there's no way that was me because 6 months ago I was on a cruise, all inclusive. And then they can test the body and be like, oh, well, actually, it was 8 months ago. And so once you die, your body goes into a very specific set of decay rules, and different animals are attracted to your decaying body at different times, which will really affect the rate of decay, and so you can map it up onto a timeline. These are just some of the ways that criminology can be helped by chemistry. I'm Robin Higgins, and this is Chemistry and Criminology.